Hey, hi all. Hope you are doing well. So today I would like to discuss about invoice only order process in the Oracle Cloud instance. So prior that, usually in the standard sales order, so what we used to do, we have a customer order and then we look for the supply from the inventory. From our inventory, we do pick and ship the material to the customer and then we'll charge the invoice and take the money from the customer. So when this invoice only order process comes into the place, for example, the customer order or bought some fridge, okay, so he has some 3 years of warranty. So if that is the case, if something goes wrong in the fridge, refrigerator product side, like the coolness is not working or something, so if any part has to be replaced, that has to be taken care by the the team the who sell out the material. But if something the connection is not working, the person who has to visit the fridge refrigerator and he needs to make a service, okay, that service we have to pay to the the customer has to pay the service amount to the organization. So the replacement, it will go based on the warranty, but the whoever the customer uh, taken for that service, the particular person came and visited and make his service, that service has to be paid. So for that, we are going to create an invoice only order in the system. And that invoice only order, we are not going to do any shipment, okay, because of it's a kind of a service which is not a physical appearance of the product, okay. So only we are expecting to have what kind of a service it is and what is the charge of that. Like if it's a connection service or customer service, by end of the day, if it's like $100 or $50, that amount has to be paid. And to between have the connection between OEM and AR, we make that connection building by creating a sales order, so that whatever the amount that has been kept into the sales order, that going to AR department to get invoice. Okay, for that what I'll do, I'll create a new order type and new line type, and I'll connect that to the orchestration, because of as we are going to the demo instance, we might have facing some challenges with the existing orchestration structure. To avoid that and all, so what I'll going to build is I'll create a new order type and I'll create a new line type, and based on that both connection, I'll connect my orchestration. Okay. So to create a new order type in the system, you have to go setup and maintenance. Under that, you have the order management. Under that, you have orders, and you have the task name is manage order lookup. Okay, which is a lookup actually. You can search with the ORA underscore DOO underscore order, and you can put some percentage. You'll get a lot of similar things. So this is the corrected one. So ORA DOO order type. Okay, so this is the right one. So what I'm going to make is I'll create my line type ABC invoice only. I'll put the same order type in my meaning and description. So my order type is ready. Okay, so ORA DOO, I created my order type. So similarly, I want a line type. So that is also lookup ORA DOO line types. And this is the lookup. So where I can have my entry. So similarly, I'm going to have one entry is ABC invoice only line. I'll keep ABC invoice line. Okay. So this is also I'm going to save. Now I need to identify which is the seeded orchestration for this. So we have a seeded orchestration build only. So let me show you that also. Let me search orchestration. Manage orchestration process definition. Okay, so in this you can search with, and if I don't know anything, just go with the blind search and put the doesn't contain and search with this format. It will going to display everything. Okay, in this I'll going to show you which is the seeded one. So if you see, seeded ones are started with DOO. If you see one of this, DOO invoice only generic process. This is the correct word, because of, if you see that orchestration contain only create invoice and wait invoice. Prior that it doesn't having any steps. Okay, so this is the correct one. Let me close and go to the process assignment. What is that? Process assignment. The exact one is manage process assignment rule for sales order. So here what I'm going to do, I'll connect my order type and line type to my orchestration. Okay, so that based on that it is going to trigger invoice only order ABC invoice only. So put the rule name and keep the description also same, ABC invoice only, and put the create condition. Condition is order type is my condition. So take order type. What is your order type? ABC invoice only is your order type. And also you wanted to satisfy two conditions, order type and line type. So if you go with R, like either one, it means either one. If either order type or line type is match, then it has to go trigger. So I want, if order type is this, along with order type, I also want to have my line type. Okay. So line type condition. The line type, so ABC invoice only. So what I kept my condition is, if order type is ABC invoice only and line type is invoice line. So then what orchestration it has to trigger, click on then and take it do. Here you need to search with the process name. Process name. What is the process name? This is my process name, DOO bill only. Okay, so select this. Now what system understands that? If order type and line type is this, it has to work this orchestration. Okay, just hit save and close and active your, firstly active your orchestration rule. So process, take a save and close, and once it is activated, then do publish. Then only you can utilize, otherwise it won't trigger. Okay, successfully. Now we'll go and place the order. So going to home page. So go to the order management. So click on create. Let me take the customer. This is my customer. Sorry. Okay. So as I told, my order type basis, let's select ABC invoice only and enter the item. What it has to go, it should not trigger picking and shipping. Line should not go awaiting shipping. It should directly go to awaiting billing. Okay. Add. Once you add, make sure your line type also invoice ABC invoice line, because of we kept that condition. Okay, so select show all. So scroll here. There is a field called line type. By default, if it's a by. Okay, so as it is a test environment, lot of orchestrations has already been built with the by. So if you take the same, it may not trigger your rule. Okay, to avoid that, choose your ABC invoice only, because of we kept our process assignment rule based on order type, based on line type. As both are same, so it will going to trigger our rule. Okay, save this order. So this is my order number and click on submit. Yes, order is submitted. Let me quickly open the orchestration to see what orchestration has been called. Okay, just scroll. See here, it got trigger DOO generic process, bill only generic process. Okay, because of we have assigned to our order type and line type. And if you validated the orchestration, it has invoice is a next step is invoice. Okay, so it is there is no reserve, there is no ship because of the order is itself it is a invoice only order. Okay, so main expectation is to get an invoice. See, it went into the awaiting billing. So let's run the auto invoice job. So go to tools, go to schedule process. So run the import auto invoice. Import auto invoice is the program. US1, and this is distributed orchestration, order orchestration. That's fine. Let's trigger all. Let's submit. Just hit the reset, refresh. It took few minutes. It won't take not more than that. Let me check the order. What is the current status of that? So go to the order management. It is closed. Okay. So we'll see if it got any invoice generated or not. Go to switch to fulfillment view. So go to action, switch to fulfillment details. So go to build. See, this is my invoice number 115393. So how to view that invoice in the system? I'm not sure whether I have that receivable access, but let's quickly see I have that. So go to receivables, go to billing. So in the billing, come to manage transactions. So here you can search with the business unit US1. But it's taking time. Okay. So transaction date, I'll keep today's date. Hit the search. So I got, okay. So this is my invoice 115393. I hope that is the one. Let's open it. The customer is matching. I think it got imported, maybe another order also there. So that's why it got imported two orders. Okay. Both orders got imported into the same. If you want to avoid that, we might require to have some invoicing rules. Okay. So let's see if I could able to find any order number information. Yes, you see, it has two order numbers. So my order number is 98598. This one. Okay, so the second one is another order. So that it is got, I mean, having that interface level, so it got pulled and it got interface. Okay, so the concluding is the standard order. When the customer orders something, we used to do picking and shipping, and the material will deduct from the inventory, and it will having the AR invoice to the customer, and based on the AR invoice, customer would settle his payments through the AR receipts. And when it comes to the invoice only, it's a kind of a service. We not offer any item, but we offer some service to the customers, and based on that service, he has to be paid the money. And to capture that in the system end-to-end flow, we've been creating the invoice only order, which is not going to deduct any inventory, but it will take a customer invoice in the AR side, and to settle that, he's going to make a payment through the AR receipts. Okay, so this is both are the positive orders, like it is like a positive amount it's going to have. Thank you for watching it.